Hey, welcome to day 8 of Vlogmas. We have now built email sequences, we've built SMS automations, but today we're putting it all together with workflows. This is the engine that runs your entire system. A workflow is just fancy language for if this happens, then do that. So if someone fills out a form, then send them an email. Or if they don't respond in 3 days, then send them a text. Or if they book a call, then move them to a different pipeline stage. It's logic, it's automation. And once you understand how this works, you can automate almost anything in your business. So today I'm going to show you what workflows are and how they're different from campaigns, how to build your first workflow from scratch, and common mistakes that break workflows and how to fix them. So by the end of this video, you'll have a workflow that runs on complete autopilot. Okay, let's go over to Touchstone. Before we build anything, let's clear up some confusion. People use the words workflow and campaign and automation interchangeably, but they're actually quite different. A campaign is a sequence. Think of it as like a playlist. It's linear. Email 1, then email 2, then email 3. Everyone gets the same thing in the same order. The welcome sequence we build on day 6, that's a campaign. A workflow is logic-based. It's not linear. It branches. It makes decisions. If this person is a buyer, then send them a buyer content. If this person is a seller, then send them seller content. If they open an email, tag them as engaged. If they don't open, send a follow-up text. A campaign is a straight line, but a workflow is a decision tree. And most of the time, you will use both. A campaign handles the email sequence. A workflow decides who gets the campaign and when. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go build one. So we start from create workflow, create from scratch, as we always do. And then we always have to figure out the same things, right? We start with a trigger. What starts the workflow? For example, is a contact created? Is a tag added? Is a form submitted? Is a pipeline stage changed? Does a calendar appointment get booked? Or is an email opened or not opened? The trigger is the if, and the if then this happens. And then we have to look at the actions. What happens next? Are we sending an email? Are we sending a text message? Are we adding a tag or removing a tab? Are we creating a task? Are we adding them to a pipeline? Those actions are the then and the then do that. Then, of course, we have conditions, which are the decision points. If they have a tag, then we do this. But if they have tag B, then we do that. Or if they open the email, do this. But if they didn't open the email, do that. If it's been more than 7 days, do this. Or if it's been less, do nothing. Conditions are the if-then branches that make workflows smart. So let's start with a simple workflow. We're going to submit a form. So we need to tell it which form. The form is, we're going to do our marketing form, claim an offer. So we'll save that trigger. We're going to do something practical. We're going to have a new contact that gets a welcome email and then is added to a pipeline. So it's going to do 3 things. It'll send them that welcome email when someone new comes into your system. It's going to wait to see if they respond, and then it's going to add them to your buyer or seller pipeline automatically based on their interest. So we're going to call this new contact intake workflow. So I want to start this when I add a new contact to my system or if someone gets tagged as new lead. So we're going to say contact created. We add the tag. And remember, we can literally add a tag here. So we'll say, well, we already have new lead. So new lead is the tag. So those are the 2 ways that people can enter this workflow. From here, we're going to send them a welcome email. So again, we're going to go user full name, user email, add their first name, contact. Remember, they're the contact. You're the user. We'll just use their first name. I think we'll take off quick intro. Welcome, and then their name. And then we'll say hi, their first name. And then we're going to give them your name. Hi, give them your full name. And I help people buy and sell homes in. We are going to go, if you remember, we created that location preference tag for them. I got your info and wanted to reach out personally. Are you looking to buy, looking to sell, just exploring? There we go. First initial email. Okay, this is where it gets fun. We're going to add an if else. So I want to check, did they reply to that email? Did they open it? Did they click anything? Okay, now here's where it gets smart. I want to check, did they reply to this email? Did they open it? Did they click anything? And if yes, they're engaged, so I'll tag them. And if no, then we'll go to a different sequence. So we want to do a wait, but a condition here before we've just done a time delay. This is a little bit different. We are going to do an email event. So we pick which email, and this is another reason why it's good to actually write what kind of email that we have here. We didn't this time, but it's the only one, so we'll write email. And then we're going to say what event. Do we want to see if they opened it, if they clicked it, if they unsubscribed, if they complained, if it bounced? Right now, we didn't have a link in there, so we're just going to hit open. Did they open this? So if they opened it, now we're going to go to our conditions. So we're going to check email events. So email event is opened, and we just save that. Now we're going to get if email event is opened, what happens? If they have not opened it, what happens? Okay, so if they opened it, we're going to tag them as engaged. They are curious about us. They have opened the email from us. They may want to hear more. If they did not open it, we're going to tag them as not engaged. Okay, so if they are not engaged and they haven't opened the email, we're going to maybe wait one more day just to give them a little bit of time. And then we're going to send them a text message because text message has a much higher rate of opening. So, hey, contact first name. We're just going to give our first name. I sent you an email a few days ago, but wasn't sure if you saw it. Quick question. Are you looking to buy or sell in? Again, this is a great place to put custom fields, which is under them. Just reply buy or sell, and I'll send you the right info. And remember always to stay compliant, reply stop to opt out. I'm going to say what we're doing in that one. So this is an engagement type of text. Okay, this is a very simple new contact intake workflow. These are the two ways people can come in. We send them a welcome email. We wait to see if they opened the email. If they did, then we tag them as engaged, and we can go forward and we can either add to here about what do we do if they're an engaged contact. Do we write them again? Do we call them? Do we add them to a pipeline? If they haven't, then we poke them a little bit more and say, hey, here's a text message saying, thank you for contacting us. I sent you an email. Let's engage. So this is a very common new intake workflow. We're going to save that. Remember, nothing works until you have published your trigger. And anything that comes in before you publish, you cannot go back and capture old things. It only works after you publish it. So let me talk about some common workflow mistakes. Mistake number one is there are no exit conditions. You build a workflow that just loops forever. Someone gets stuck in it and it keeps getting emails every day for eternity. Always have an endpoint. This automatically gives you endpoints, but add a condition set that says, if they've been in this workflow for more than 30 days, exit. And you can do that here. You can allow re-entry. So if people come in and fill out your form multiple times, it will actually allow them to go through the workflow multiple times. But you can also stop on response. If the contact has responded to a message that's sent from this workflow, you can have it stop, which means they won't continue to get information after they have responded. Another common mistake is not testing the workflow. You can test the workflow by adding yourself as a contact in here, and then test workflow, and then selecting yourself as your contact, and then run the test. Then you should see in your enrollment history and your execution logs what has happened to your contact through that execution. You always want to test your workflow. Another mistake I see is just too many steps. You try to automate everything in one mega workflow that has 47 steps and 19 branches, and it breaks, and you can't figure out why. Keep workflows simple. It's okay to have multiple workflows that are going to get a job done. So let me give you an example. You can easily create a folder that will organize different workflows into the same topic or the same area of interest that you're trying to automate. So you go up here and you hit create a folder, and then say we want to say new lead nurture. We can create that workflow, and then we can move these workflows into that folder so that everything that has to do with new leads and nurturing those new leads are all in the same place. Move to folder, new lead nurture, move here. So now when I go in there, anything that I create that's going to nurture a new lead will be in that workflow. And that's just to help you keep it organized. Okay, so here's your homework for day 8. I want you to build a new contact intake workflow. Your trigger should be that a new contact is created or a tag is added. Then I want you to send a welcome email, wait 3 days, Did they engage? Make that a condition and then branch accordingly. If you don't know how to do that, go back and watch the video. Then I want you to add pipeline logic. So based on their contact type, are they a buyer? Are they a seller? Remember, we had those pipelines in our opportunities. Which pipeline journey do they need to be added to? Then activate it, turn it on. Every new contact from now on gets processed automatically. Now, let me give you a bonus. Go look at your existing campaigns and workflows. Are there any conflicts, any loops? Clean them up. Now, comment below, what is the most complex automation you've ever tried to build? Did it work or did it break spectacularly? I want to hear all the stories. Okay, that's it. That's day 8. And now you understand how workflows work. You can build logic, you can automate decisions. This is the foundation. Everything else we build this week uses these workflows. So tomorrow on day 9, we're building list inquiry follow-up workflows, especially for seller leads who ask about your listings. So I will see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Bye.